heard like you are finding the sessions already thoughtful and interesting, right? Okay, so those are some of the keynote speeches that we have heard. Hello, everyone. So we saw an introduction to AI, both artificial intelligence and awareness intelligence, right? So we know like already AI is transforming the way we are doing our business decisions, we are doing our businesses as such, and more importantly, it is also transforming the entrepreneurship itself, right? So to dive a little more deeper into AI, we have a panel of experts. So now we are moving from the keynote speeches to a panel discussion. These experts, they have built AI, they've deployed AI, and they've also advised other startups and large firms on how to effectively use AI, right? So for this panel discussion, the moderator is none other than our own Muthu. She is an entrepreneur herself. She is the CEO of SyscodeLabs. She's also a finalist for the Women Entrepreneur Award. So let's give a big round of applause to Uma.
In every era, a few leaders redefine what technology can do for the world. Vimal Vasudevan, an executive product and business leader shaping the future of industrial AI. Co-founder and co-CEO of FOREVIZ, he is driving breakthrough innovation and growth in AI and automation. Before launching FOREVIZ, he led Digital Parcel North America at Corber Supply Chain, managing multi-million-dollar P&L, accelerating AI-driven SaaS products, and building high-performing global engineering teams. With a career spanning 2 decades, Vimal rose through Siemens Logistics from engineer to product and strategy director for Industry 4.0, and earlier led advanced IoT, video streaming, and NLP innovation at Rockwell Collins and Tata Speech and Software Technologies. His leadership has earned major honors: the Global K Sales Award, recognition as an AI 75 Top Innovator, Entrepreneur Award, and excellence in leadership in AI and innovation. A testament to his vision, creativity, and impact. Please welcome a pioneer in product innovation and industrial AI, Vimal Vasudevan.
Great companies aren't just built, they are imagined, nurtured, and led with purpose. Meet Gowri Shanker Viswanathan, founder and CEO of Emergere Technologies, an IT and AI consulting firm reshaping what modern workplaces can be. Under his leadership, Emergere achieved back-to-back Great Place to Work recognitions, building a culture rooted in belonging, excellence, and innovation. In 2023, his entrepreneurial journey was honored with the ATEA Emerging Entrepreneur Award, recognizing his vision, perseverance, and the powerful impact of Emergere technologies across the community. Beyond entrepreneurship, Gowri is an active speaker and technology educator, sharing insights on AI, generative AI, cybersecurity, and digital transformation at international academic events. A leader, a builder, a champion of innovation and inclusive culture. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gowri Shanker Viswanathan.
Leadership isn't just about success, it's about impact. Meet a leader at Mastercard whose journey blends technology, business insight, and a deep commitment to empowering people and organizations. With years of experience across enterprise environments, Anitha has built a reputation for driving transformation, aligning people, process, and technology to deliver meaningful outcomes. Her work is grounded in purpose, fostering inclusive growth, strong leadership, and solutions that create long-term value for businesses and communities alike. At ATEA EMERGE 2025, she brings a voice shaped by experience, empathy, and execution. Please welcome Anitha Chinnasamy.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for giving a big applause while they entered. I, of course, had a 30-second speech on what everybody did and how to introduce them. but ATEA did an amazing job of introducing them with visual aids. So let's go ahead and start the session today, which is a very inspirational session, I think. So each one of them is very profound in their own field and have been advertised by ATEA for a specific AI that they are very well versed in. So let's start with Anitha with AI in finance.
Sure. All right. Hello, everyone. Vanakkam. Good afternoon. Thank you, ATEA, for the opportunity. It is delightful to be with this fantastic crowd this afternoon. So great introduction. Thank you. And so I work in Mastercard, leading technical discovery. I customize solution for Mastercard's partners, PSPs, merchants, in specializing in checkout solutions, payment acceptance products, and also agentic commerce. And so you have any specific question, or can I talk about the work that I do?
So just AI in finance.
Okay.
For a minute, maybe.
Okay, so probably I can cover where the industry is heading, what's the future of payment experience that we are all going to embrace in the coming months. So the future of payment experience is going to be agentic payments, or otherwise called as agent-initiated transactions. So how many of you heard about what agentic payments is going to be? Any guesses? Okay, I see a couple of hands raising up. So agentic payments, the core concept is nothing but multiple agents of different players. Say, for example, agents of Gemini, agents of ChatGPT, agents of, say, airlines, agents of hotels, all coming together, collaborating, and transferring the user's preference and payment credentials and making a booking or placing an order on consumer's behalf. So the consumer is going to have less intervention, because consumer is just going to sit back while agents do all the deal searches, all the work behind the scene, and the complete booking or complete ordering of any item is taken care by the agents. So that's the core concept, simplified concept. But behind the scenes, like when I go into Gemini and say that I need to attend a conference in New York, in Manhattan, book me a travel between Jan 1st to Jan 5th. So I just give that order, and then I let the agent take over. So agents of Gemini interact with agents of airlines, agents of hotel, and all I see is that based on my preference, based on my budget constraints, based on the loyalty cards that I hold in my card on file directory. So the Gemini agent is going to look into all that and find me the right air ticket that I myself would have spent hours searching for it. So that's the future that we are heading into. So Gemini is going to show. Gemini is just an example. It could be anyone. So they are going to interact with multiple agents, give you the flight, hotel, and it may also ask you, I booked your flight, hotel, do you want to schedule a cab when you land in Newark Airport? All I'm going to say is just yes. I'm just interfacing just with Gemini. But behind the scenes, all of these agents work together, share the payment credentials, share my preferences, and they're going to book my travel itinerary in no time. So this is where we are heading as the future of payment experience.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Anitha. So Gowri, could you give us a 1-minute speech on AI and change?
Absolutely. Hello, everybody. Very good afternoon. Very happy to share the dice with fellow entrepreneurs and very aspiring enterprise people here. Gowri Shanker, been running IT services firm for the last 8 years. The last 18 months got a chance to jump into AI, and I think that's the reason why I'm here. So in terms of what we do, why I want to talk about the topic, which is AI for change. We have a platform or engineering tool that we came up with in the last 1 year, which is called Fusify. The core objective of the tool is to take the enterprises on an AI adoption journey. So adoption, like our dear Deepak Seth sir said, everybody have to change, and that's the time that we live in. So how do we make the change flow from point A to point B within organizations is where we are focusing. And we have a very detailed play that we pitch to our customers. And change is very important, and what we have been doing is we give a 8-step process for them to change, because any leaders who are in the industry, the major challenge is to help the team to adapt to the change. So that's where we are heading. I can talk more as in when we have appropriate questions. Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. I know in life, the only thing that's permanent is change. AI is no different. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Vimal, if you can talk about AI in action for a minute.
Yeah, thank you, Uma. Being a Tamil and having a mic in hand, 1 minute is too tough. Okay, but I will start. I'm going to thank ATEA and Emerge, and it is something personal to me because I don't want to say that people can guess my age. For a guess, I know Arun 2 decades ago as a humble neighbor, and I have seen Vignesh as a student. So that's a starter. And I'm going to start with a small story. And the good news is it's really a small story. In 19th century, the colonial British just opened up the African market to the rest of the global shoemakers. Everybody went and saw in the Africa that millions of people barefoot, and they came back and they told, no customers. And one company saw opportunity. That's Bata. This is not about shoes. This is about product innovation backed by the business model innovation. And that's the foundation. Because today we have been told that innovation in core portion of Gen AI belongs to the well-funded fat startups or a big corporation. Guess what? That story is wrong. Innovation belongs to everyone. Any one of us could be the one. Because every journey starts with the meaningful self-realization. Because understanding where you are and deciding where you want to go is the first important step. Some chose to be an employee, predictable and measurable growth. Some become an entrepreneur, creating within, climbing the ladder, navigating the snakes. Some took the high-risk path, not because they are fearless, because they have a fear of not trying. To everyone, my message is, nothing is missed, nothing is lost, never late, and never give up. We are just beginning to scratch the AI economy in the just a surface. So that's my message for AI in action.
Thank you, Vimal. So next, let's have some question and answers. With Anitha, how is AI changing fraud detection, trust, or payment experience?
So I think I can continue on the future of payment experience, where I talked about agent taking over the user's actions in any e-commerce or any booking. So when you take a transaction, end to end, there are dozens of players involved. So you start with a bookstore where you place an order. But from there on, if you see, we have players like ISVs like Shopify. And then we have payment facilitators like Stripe. And then comes payment gateways like Global Payments or Adyen. And then comes, obviously, the acquiring and issuing banks. And in the middle of all this, my company comes in. So the network schemes like Mastercard, Visa, Discover are in between routing all the transactions. So for agentic payments to go live, it's just not one person's responsibility. It is just not one player's role to play here. It is like multiple companies building their own Lego blocks individually. And when then all those blocks come into a big chunk of Legos, that is the full-blown solution of agentic payments. It's just not one player. So when you have so many players building their own blocks and coming together, there has to be a responsibility in fraud prevention. And so the team that I work in, Mastercard, is strategizing the framework, strategizing the standards that needs to be set for the good agents and bad agents. So that there's a trust between the players. Because it's very important when technology advancement happens, there has to be a trust built in the ecosystem and to the consumers. So that's where companies like Mastercard play a role in establishing that trust. And I think when this is already rolling out, it's not new. It's already rolling out last month. Google made an announcement and Stripe made an announcement last week. So I think in the next 1 or 2 years, the consumer would be ready to embrace agentic payments, would start trusting agents to take over, and looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thank you. I very much would like to know how you differentiate between good agents and bad agents, but I guess that's a topic for another time.
Yeah.
So Gowri, having designed an AI system from scratch, what is the most common architectural mistake companies make early on?
I may be the bad person to answer that. I'm the least technical person in the dice, but experientially, I know a couple of areas where the architecture decisions go bad. Because whenever either we present our architecture or say the customer comes with an architecture, the oversight is data readiness, and two is the infrastructure readiness. Because with AI, compute is a big game these days. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would agree. Data and infrastructure is where typically things could go wrong and the architectures could go bad. Because that answer is something experientially I have faced from our customers. I'm not doing this for ages, but in the last 18 months, that's what I see.
Awesome. You said you're not a technical guy, but you said exactly what the industry is seeing right now.
I don't know.
Get your data in order before
We'll see.
implementing AI.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, Vimal, which industry gets the fastest win from forecasting and predictive AI?
Technically speaking, every industry is impacted by forecasting and predicting. What people are making mistake is, why do you even need to forecast if you know exactly what is your demand? So every industry and every facet benefits, but mostly the industrial areas where the frontline workers are pretty much impacted, the real people has to do the job, that is where the most value is there. To be honest, it's already been in place, like Uber and other things. The predicting and forecasting makes a tremendous progress.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So let's go back to Anitha. What do you think the world do you think the world is prepared for agentic payments?
I think, if you see that globally, the digital payments is very much embraced. India is a very good example. If you see from mom and pop shops, everyone has embraced digital payments. So I think from consumer standpoint, people are very smart. They adapt to any technology in a matter of few months. So that is there. But then I think over the last few months, Mastercard and other industry players, came together because we need to see what's the strategy, taking this into the consumer, right? Without breaking any existing rails or technologies and all that. So by doing that, they realized that, it is very important to take a slow and phased approach. It's ambitious to say that, everything can be taken over by agent. But I think compliance is more important than being ambitious and innovative. So I think the whole industry together, the players have understood that we need to take a phased approach. What a phased approach is, so in the next few months, we are going to see something called as operator mode. So that is the phase one in agentic payments. Operator mode is nothing but you will have human intervention in every step agent takes in. If it's going to book a flight, it will ask you to confirm. If it's going to book a hotel, it's going to ask. So that is operator mode. So in that is a warm-up phase for globally for consumers to adapt to it. And when they are adapting to it, that's when we'll move on to phase two, which is autonomous mode. So by then, consumers would have gained trust and they would have got used to agents placing an order for them. And technological companies like us would have ironed out all the wrinkles that we have in technology. And also that AI agents themselves would have trained well with all the content and all the trainings it had. So then we'll move on to phase 2 with autonomous mode where agents can do everything without human intervention.
So what I'm hearing is right now, no, but it's in progress.
Yes.
All right.
Slow and steady.
Okay. What changes, Gowri, what changes when AI moves from POC to production, technically and culturally?
Okay. So POCs are basically we build prototypes and try to gain the trust. But when it moves to production, that's where I think the enterprise need to be more risk compliant, like Anitha was saying, and the governance come into play. I'm talking about the technical piece of it. So risk compliance and governance is a major thing because you cannot give a free hand to AI because it's always a nemesis for any leadership. They cannot sleep peacefully if they don't have the guardrails in place, right? So that is about the technical thing. And when it comes to culture, it starts with fear, honestly, because when you go talk about AI to a lot of customers, many of the people in the room, except for the people who is going to execute it, is in the mode of fear, right? So they would start with fear, and then they'll slowly move to adoption, and then they take it to progression, and then they come to sophistication, right? That's the cultural change. I have seen people would feel comfortable at the end, but not in the beginning. So probably it's the way it is.
Awesome. So what I'm hearing is compliance and then fear is what it's slowing down.
Yeah, for the technical and the cultural part.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
That's where it starts.
Thank you. So Vimal, how do you prevent models from becoming outdated in the fast-changing environments? And who do you think should retrain them, and who should be responsible for it?
It's a great question because this is a practical problem because anybody can build anything. It is to sustain is a challenge. So there's a fundamental unit that we all talk as a product organization. At the end of the day, what it matters is the job that needs to be done. That's where everything starts. So why do you want to retrain, or why your model has to be trained? So in one of my practical example, we had like 3 categories of model. One is on the facility-based local tribal knowledge, and then their department-wise, little bit an extended clan kind of a knowledge, and then there's an organization-wide knowledge-based things, which is overall, they have this. And this model has to be like fine-tuned at periodic, and it should be a self-sustaining system. And this question is not new. Ever since I started my job, this question was always in the premise. So the frequency and the duration and then action has to be determined by the job that needs to be done at the hand.
Awesome. Thank you, Vimal. I'm pretty sure this is from your experience, which you have done like for 25 years of AI?
20. 20.
Awesome. So let's change it up a little bit. I'm going to go for a rapid fire round because I know panel tends to be like question after question. So let's do a rapid fire round with maybe Gowri starting first this time.
Putting on the spot.
All right. One thing a founder must never delegate.
Yeah, I cannot replace myself for the relationship I have with the customers, so I'll never delegate that.
Okay. One task you would automate daily.
You're gonna ask me continuously?
It's yes.
All right.
It's a
Okay,
rapid
so,
fire round.
okay. So what was the question again?
One task you would automate daily.
Probably getting the context of my emails and meetings for the day. If I get a snapshot of it when I start the day, I think AI can help there.
Okay. One AI decision you would never outsource.
Human in the loop, because say if it is a decision where if I have to approve a major budget, I cannot let AI do that. Or say when AI gives the prescription for the patient, it cannot just administer the prescription to the patient without a human in the loop, right? So
Yes. Which is harder to build, tech or selling tech?
selling. Right.
All right. Thank you, Gowri. Vimal, let's do your rapid fire round.
Okay.
Future unicorn focus, AI, climatic change, or biotech?
So actually, the AI is almost like asking, is it future is on hammer or torchlight, okay? So I'll go into that. I think biotech, and I see the future is more on anti-aging and aging-related technology. There's a global focus on that. So with the power of AI, I think future is going to be more on the biotech side.
Awesome. Okay. Will solopreneur plus AI replace the early startup teams?
Definitely, that is a possibility. Because what happened is, first we kind of connected signals. We send that information. First we figured out how to take an idea from human brain, and then we found a writing system 2,000 years ago. That's the fundamental of information technology, that is storing and transmitting the information across space and time. Then we started sending signals in the wire, and then third is the knowledge. So the future is tremendous on sending the knowledge, and there's a good possibilities. And I even forgot the question, actually.
That's okay. It's good knowledge anyways. Which is a bigger kill of innovation, fear or process?
I would say fear.
Okay, right. Build versus buy AI.
This is a very tough question, actually, build versus buy, because you have to do buy, and at the same time, you have to build. If you are an airlines, making sure the passenger goes from point A to point B, it's where you have to build. Whereas you have to do anything else other than that, you have to focus on buying. So you cannot buy your core competency, whereas you can buy rest of the things.
All right, thank you. Anitha, let's do a quick round. One step you would automate in your payment lifecycle.
No manual card entry. All cards tokenized.
Okay. Compliance first or innovation first?
Absolutely compliance.
Thought so. Fintech AI use case that excites you the most?
Shopping assistant.
Okay. The future checkout, agent to agent or human to system?
Agent to agent.
All right. So if you could rewind 3 years, and what wisdom would you say about AI that you could give to your past self to accelerate your journey? If it was just one wisdom that you could tell yourself.
I would definitely tell my past that put all your money in NVIDIA 3 years ago. Yeah.
What would you tell Gowri?
Sorry, what was the question? I was too doomed about investing in NVIDIA.
If you could go back
Got
3
it.
years.
Yeah. Yeah, so like you said, it's 8 years now in the business. If I have ever had a choice to restart it again 3 years ago, I would never have done that. So,
Never have done.
yeah. Starting a business, I think I started much younger, where I had the energy to what I wanted to do. So,
Are you blaming it on the age?
yeah.
What would you do, Vimal?
Is that coupon is valid only for 3 years, or you can just
I mean,
go beyond?
I said 3 years because of AI, but if you want to go back.
Yeah, because I started AI in year 2000. So one thing what I would say myself is, because at the time we were building TTS and ASR for a landline phones like Siri, and then there was a little company called Nuance. They were also building, but then eventually they released Siri on 2007, and we quit. So at the same time, the startup was founded in IIT Madras, and we had every brain and everything. So I would just say, don't quit.
Thank you. So the advice is don't quit anything. All right. Thank you so much for the wonderful panels. Let's give a warm applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Uma. Great insights. Please hold on to the stage. You know, like if you rewind, we started the session with academia perspectives, then we had analyst perspectives, and now it is perspectives from practitioners. The agenda can't get like any better. So kudos to the speaker coordination team for not only like pulling together some powerful set of speakers and panelists, but also structuring the agenda to really like create the pace for the rest of the afternoon. So now it is time to recognize our eminent panelists. May I request Dan to hand over a small memento to Gowri, Kanimoi to Anitha, And money to Vimal. And then Velu to Uma. Thank you all.